at a low risk technique that has a lot of really interesting features, gets you out of chop and gets you ready for prime trades. So take another minute here and I'm going to turn on our charts and we'll get started. All right, everybody. Let's see. Why do I have... Hmm. All right, let's take a look, guys. We've had some news come out at 8:30 today. Wednesday we had a GDP, we had a Treasury refunding announcement, which was a red star. I'm not even sure what that one's about. If anybody has details on that, feel free to post them in the chat. Employment cost index. So we got some other news. 9:45, the Chicago PMI. Personal income and outlays, 10 o'clock. If you guys don't know about this calendar, this is one of my favorite ones, useconoday.com. It's a really good one. 10:30, we got our petroleum status. We do monitor crude and nat gas. Actually, nat gas is one of my favorite markets. All right, so that's what we've got today. Hopefully we'll have some more activity because I tell you what, looking at yesterday was just, last 3 days have just been super sleepy. This is the NASDAQ chart. And this just has been a snoozer the last 3 days. So we got some activity here, and my market is retracing. Now this is one of my favorite setups is a rising wedge. So this is the rising wedge going to a horizontal line. We break through that horizontal line, and this is a perfect setup. Market gets back up to here. You could put a buy stop right up here above that high, that green candle from yesterday. And hopefully it's off to the races back up to well, it'd be nice to get up to 22,520. But we'll see. This is a daily chart again. So let's have a look. So that news definitely came out. I got the news at 9:45. Let me look at that again. 10 o'clock, personal income and outlays. I don't know what these reports mean. Typically, it doesn't really matter to me, but I know if it's a red star, then we like to stay aside or definitely reduce the size of our position. I know what some of them mean. Okay, I'm not a total idiot. We have got one buy signal showing right here in the YM. You know, I'm a scalper, so really the news doesn't mean too much to me. I just want to see volatility. So we do a simplified trading approach here. Two indicators, and if you guys don't want me to go over this, please let me know. I'm happy to go over the method. It's interesting. It's unlike anything that I've seen before, but feel free to comment and let me know your view. Anyway, so Leto channels is the first indicator, and that's what's printing these yellow dots and these green histograms and these pinstripe looking channel lines. Those are channels. And all of that information is based on history. So in the recent history, how volatile is this instrument during these periods of time? And we plot that volatility, historical volatility on the chart based on the midline here, which is a 100-period moving average. And so now we know historically how far this market moves in regards to the 100-period moving average. So when we exceed it, like we do, when we exceed it, it starts printing these yellow dots at the top of the channel and yellow dots at the bottom of the channel. And now we're oversold. So this is an oversold situation, and we are looking for a reversion back to the 100. And that's what we're going to scalp. Now, our entry signal is based on a different indicator, and that's the extension 62 lines indicator. And this is where we're Where another aspect of being patient is we look for it to break through the buy dot, which is that blue guy right up here. And we would go long there. We'd probably put a stop either here or here, depending on what you wanted, whatever you're more comfortable with. And it's based on, we size our position based on the amount of risk that we want to take. I have got it set for a $300 max risk per trade. So you can see in the bottom right of the chart, it shows 300, which is my max risk that I set in the indicator. And the actual risk, the distance between those 2 points that this blue line is connecting, is $28, and this is the micro YM, so it's a small 10th size of the full YM. So it's $28 risk, and that's telling us that we can basically risk 10 contracts. That's $280, and we don't exceed our $300 risk. So that's what we're going to do. So we'll do 10 contracts in the YM. Same thing with we have a buy dot formed here, and that risk you could, if you wanted to go back to this one, that's a 7 contract size. So if we were to go long here, we would put our stop down below that level, and our target will be automatically displayed up here a little bit, and it's basically going to be 62% of this blue line move here. So whatever this is, we want to go 62% of that above the blue dot. As an example, so the micro NASDAQ had an early buy signal here that we exceeded, and it punched through here. So we would have gone long here, and this is where the target is drawn. However, we didn't hit target. We actually hit the stop on this one. Now, I wasn't trading here, but that is really what it looks like. So our target's going to be there, and our stop will be below that level. What's gold doing? So here's a winning trade as an example. Again, we went below. First of all, we want to go overbought or oversold. So we were oversold here. We have yellow dots printing instead of the pinstripes. And these red diamonds also print typically when you're oversold. That's another indication. This one also shows just a little bit of oversold. And we go long when we hit this blue dot. And we have a target up here. So that was a winner in the micro gold. And now we're quickly in overbought territory, and we'll be going short if we exceed this level. Go down below here. This magenta colored dot is our entry signal going short. Now let's cover what Leto Channels produces with these histograms. This is a tendency histogram, and it tells us that historically the market tends to be below the 100-period moving average during this time of the day. So in the last, I think I've got 7 days of history. The last 7 days, on average, the market has been below here. And then it reverses, and typically it goes above the 100 during this period. And then it kind of oscillates a little bit. So we use that as kind of a thumbprint for how this market has been trading. It's nice to know that in a strong downtrend, you're going to get these tendencies, and then you can trade off of those tendencies. So okay, so we're going to do a 4 contract short here. So we do a 4 contracts short on that guy, and the minute it's filled, we will come back and put in our stops and targets. Where was I at? Here we've got one setting up. There we've got another one for NASDAQ. We do watch the 6E. I run that on a 3-minute chart, so we have a little bit a little bit less activity in the 6E. Here's a bunch of trades in the, I like to watch agriculturals as well as the meats. And this is a live cattle market. Good old live cattle. See how much cost of steak will be changing, right, in the future. So this is The micro crude, we were oversold in the crude. This is a buy level up here and a buy level. So we would have gone long here, and a stop would have been this one is the most recent low of that swing. We would have gone and put a stop down here. So we're still in long on micro crude. Our target is up here. Now, here's another interesting point. The target is, first of all, it's the dashed line, which is that extension, Fibonacci extension of the swings. But also, we like to consider the 100-period moving average as a target. For some unknown reason, sometimes the market does respect the 100-period moving average on the chart, and it's just a good little level to consider as going exit. So had we exited here, we would have been out already because it just exceeded the 100. But that's something to think of. Keep in mind, there is no problem with exiting early if you're happy with the position and if you hit either the 100 or the extension line target. We do also keep an eye on Bitcoin. I've got a chart here for Solana. That's the problem. I think I've got disconnected with my. I got to connect to Coinbase. Some reason that got killed. And I have charts for open for equities as well. So Lion method is appropriate for any of our instruments you can get on NinjaTrader. And that is, I don't have the equities feed turned on. I have it through Thinkorswim, which is a Charles Schwab data. We'll turn it on a little later. All right, everybody. Really happy to have you today. God bless you. I hope you're having a beautiful Wednesday. I have no complaints. God is good. While we're waiting for a trade to set up here, I want you to know that I'm a Christian, and I would be happy to lift you up in prayer if you need anything. In that regard, I was an atheist for many years, and I discovered that I was very wrong about that. So, if you have any questions about that, or again, if you have any prayer requests, I would love to do that with you, either now or later. It doesn't matter. God has been so good to me. All right, so now this is, oh, okay. This is live cattle. The live cattle opens at 9:30, which is about 15 minutes from now. We've got 9:15 in the morning here. Now, a secondary trade that we're analyzing. I wouldn't say I'm convinced of it yet, but it's a trend trade. It's a trend trade. Now, the market has been so sleepy lately. I don't really like trend trading. I do reversion trades, and one of the reasons why, well, let's go over that. So I'm only interested in a market that has moved a lot. If it has a big outsized move already, that tells me that the market is awake. Think about it that way. So here's an example. The way that we determine if a market is awake or not is if it hits those overbought, oversold levels. That tells me something is happening to move it. And we want to trade things that are moving. We don't want to trade anything that's just flat and not moving, because that's directionless and could get you in a lot of trouble. So I look for overbought conditions. Here's one in natural gas that just occurred before, about 8 to 22 or so. We were overbought. We took a reversion down to here, put in a high here. Now this is our sell level, and we would have gone short right there on a breakdown, and we hit target within a minute of that. Now a trend trade's a little different. Here's a trend trade, potential trend trade, I should say, that we're on now the other side of the 100. We're below the 100. The 100 is above us. The selling is going below when the sell price is below the moving average, which is support and resistance line. We would go short here for that trend trade and hit that target. And that's what happened right here. So that would have been a winner. This one was a winner as well. We went down to that target. Now, one thing to encourage you to be in the trend trade is these tendency histograms. They're kind of smaller here in historical perspective. They're thinner, but they were showing bright and bold and wide here when they were yet future. So this tells us, though, that right now is typically a time when the market is below the 100. So that encourages us to go short below the 100. That's what we want to see if we do a trend trade. Let me show you an example. Potentially, here's another trend trade. Could have been right here. It would have been a perfect target. But you see the magenta histogram in the background? It's kind of faint. But that would have told us, okay, the trend is usually below the 100. So we can ride that tendency and go short below the 100. So that's what we did there. Or it could have done. Again, trend trades are a little riskier because you could be in a flat area and have a lot of fake breakouts. A lot of fake breakouts. That's the one difference. Trend trading isn't about volatility necessarily. Where I look at the overbought oversold levels as a marker of volatility. That's what we want to trade. So all right. Looks like things might be slow here going into the open, that 9:45 announcement. Well, all right. So technically we hit an entry level here. The target is up here. I'm going to keep an eye on it because we're coming into the open. And this is on the YM. We do have another signal that we just got filled on in the Russell. Micro NASDAQ hasn't got an entry dot. Gold is still moving up. So this risk has increased quite a bit. You see that? So I would be cutting down to 2 contracts on this. An important detail of this method is to trade a fixed cost or a fixed amount of risk. Like I have $300. $300 helps me position size. So the deal is you don't have variable losses. You don't want variable losses. If you traded one contract on every trade, well, sometimes the risk distance is small and sometimes the risk distance is large. And if you get if you get a loss on a big one, a big risk distance, and then you win a bunch of small risk distance trades, you're going to need a lot of small ones to basically recover. And that's not what you want to do. You don't want to have to put that dependency on your win rate. You want to keep your risk size the same. So every trade you lose X amount. Every trade you win basically 62% of the X. And that's how you gain. So position sizing is super important. Give you an example. So here we would have risked $89 and we would have gained 62% of that. So that is what 30. Oh gosh, that is the target would have been $55. So it was an $89 risk, $55 gain. If you had gone, I don't see any losers here per se, but a bigger trade, you would only traded one contract. Well, this was a 3 contract trade, so my to clarify, it's $55 per contract. So that's, $165 in total that you would have gained. And that is 62% of the 300 that you risk. So you want to shoot for that uh, on future trades too. Did I make myself clear there? Hard to tell. All right. Well, the YM is showing some good signs. We have got the tendency is up, and that's important, helpful, gives us courage to go long. It's 921 right now. This trade is a 8 contract trade. I'm going to do 8, and we're going to go long limit right there. It's a little late to the party. I'm busy talking and not trading, but let's see if we can come back to that level and fill it. We might want to go and do that on the Russell. So we're going to be a little stingy and wait for it to hit our entry level. Gold has a tendency to be down. It gives us interest to go short. One thing I don't like is that the target would be probably right about here, and that's the wrong side of the 100. So I'll tell you what, let's cancel the gold trade, and we're going to wait for a better signal. There might be a dot that forms in that area. Well, the YM got away from us. It did hit target. Looks like it hit target. So let's close that out. So that would have been a winner. 8 contracts times that is, $170 or so. Came really close. Let's see. The Russell also exceeded it. We haven't hit target on the Russell. 9:23 in the morning, 9:23. Yeah, I think we just hit it. So the YM, I came late to the party, guys. My apologies. I was talking. All right. Let's see if there's anything fun going on. That was a nice YM trade. We are not greedy. We are not looking to ride it from low of the day to high of the day. I've tried that before, and it's fun when it works, but it's so rare. Really could beat you up, you know. You'll see that the Lion method, Leto channels, yeah, I mean, you could run from overbought to oversold and be up 1,000 points, but it's a rare occasion. How it's going here. So we missed a trade, and that's okay. You know what? There's no stress. Do not stress. 9:26 in the morning. Got my second cup of coffee already. I'm going. Well, the Russell trade looks like it could have also been good. So I'm feeling spunky about the NASDAQ here. That's a big trade. So we could trade two contracts. You can see in the bottom right. All right. See where our Bitcoin is. 94.6. I also like to watch Solana. That is a fun little market to watch. It was at $280 at the high in January, December, January, and now it's at 140, so it's half price sale on Solana. All right, coming up at 9:30. We have come out of oversold in Leto channels. Looks like this is an interesting. See that little high right there? It almost was an entry dot, almost was a blue dot. It just was a little too quick. Now we might have a sell dot forming in another 2 minutes or so with the MGC. So if I were to go long here, I would probably have my stop right down here. Now that minimizes my losses quite a bit. Excuse me. Right at the 9:28 mark. I'm going to do this one. So this is a two contract full risk is two contracts in the micro NASDAQ. But I'm not going to risk all the way down to 300. I'm going to put a stop right below that pin bar. I tell you what, let's go to three contracts, go a little bit more risk at 929. I've got a buy stop just above that high, like we probably will get it. 929 should be coming up at the open here. All right, the open is here. There is the target. Now you know that this is the target line because the left edge of the line lines up with the blue dot that you're interested in. So that's interesting. We had a little movement against the market, against our trades there. But I mean, we would have been exited at the target levels. Would have been right on the money here. So this is a target we're shooting to get about 390, $290, 280. Let's see. All right. Well, if it goes below there, or equities markets have just been in a tizzy about this whole tariff situation. All right, well, there's the short I told you about in gold. That's a four contract short. Oh, let's do that. I gotta go. So I put it right in the middle of that dot, so we've got a short possibility in gold, folks. I'm gonna go back down to 2. I'm not gonna be a hero on this one. Now, a little forward thinking is that if we hit this line and we get filled, this is proving to be a very strong support area. So that gives us confidence to put a stop loss down there. It's an area that if it does come up here again, that means that this held. And pushing to new highs is shows that this is a strong low. It's a strong low. Some of you might be wondering, hey, I thought this was a scalping room. Well, yes, it is. We are not holding for long periods of time. We want to get in and out, but we're doing it intelligently. And the distance that we're scalping, we're not just doing 1 or 2 ticks, because that's a whole nother level of luck in a sense. Because we would have gone long here, and we didn't get those 2 ticks, definitely would have been hurting ourselves. So we're managing our risk rightly. We're not over leveraging. We have $300 risk per trade and waiting for the market to respond accordingly. So this distance is large because volatility is large. So you're not going to scalp for 2 or 3 ticks when the volatility is so great like that, because you could reach larger targets on that type of volatility. So that's what we're looking for. All right, Russell is oversold. The YM is oversold. Where's our gold doing? Gold is just kind of hovering. Hmm. Now, we want to look out for fake out breakouts. Fake out breakouts. Now, there's a bunch of sell orders sitting above here. And if that gets the market down from our entry, we want to be able to jump out right away. I'm not going to hold on to a position that is clearly a fake out breakout. And that is where the art of trading comes in, is knowing when you're seeing a fake out breakout. And you can't always detect it because sometimes the market moves too quick. Like, this is an interesting situation, right? We just can't seem to break through that level. So there are people interested in selling at that level. Not a lot of buyers yet. Look at the live cattle. Now, live cattle, look at that. So we opened up, we have yellow dots printing. It's oversold, but it tends to be over the 100 right away. So that's a divergence. And that's like a gap down with a tendency to go up. That's a very, very important configuration. That would really be a good time to look for a really good buy signal. We're waiting for it. Let's see if we get one. Earlier I mentioned rising wedge. Let's hope this is forming a rising wedge. That's a good bullish setup. We definitely have the flat top. Do we have a rising angled supporting angle trend line? Hmm. All right. 6E is just languishing. Got that. This was not oversold yet, so natural gas really doesn't have a valid buy there. But we're keeping an eye on it. Okay. I think that 9:45 news announcement could be gumming up the works. 9:45 Chicago PMI is a green dot, so it's not as intense, but you never know. All right. Like a lion is patient in stalking its prey, we are patient as well. I don't want to get in a trade that is the wrong way. Like we will probably get, oh, maybe not 1, 2, 3, 4. We won't get a buy dot here, but certainly an area of interest. Uh, we won't get a buy dot because it's a swing. It's a classic swing calculation. 1, 2, 3, 4 bars need to be below that high, and the fourth bar here is above it. So that won't be a dot, but it's pretty close. So I would be interested in seeing how that reacts there. Looks like market is happy to go lower. We have a new sell level in gold. Now this is going to be a big risk here. It's we've moved into the almost two contracts. You could see bottom right, $154 of risk distance. So I'm going to keep it down to 2 because that's just a little bit over $300 risk, $308 of risk. So let's keep that. NYM. All right, so we've got a new, real close to our other entry. Let's hold on for a little bit there. This has gone down to a 1 contract trade now. 1 contract because this distance, the last swing, is $226 in movement. Now, I am not interested in risking more than 1 contract on that trade. 6E, not doing too much. All right, so 5 cattle is making a move upward. Well, and we might have missed that one as well. Now, it didn't print a entry dot. I'm going to keep an eye on this. This is a full-size contract. It's $190 of risk, so we would just want to trade 1. Let's wait for a retrace back down to here. So we do have a buy limit in uh, live cattle. All right. Well, that market is just tanking. I'm going to cancel this one in the NASDAQ. It's just gone south on us. No problem. Let it go where it wants to go. I'm in no hurry. Crude oil. Again, we have a 10:30 announcement for crude. 10:30 petroleum status. So we got a bunch of stuff coming at 10. Bunch of news. All right. Live cattle looks like it's going to go on without us. So really, we had two potential trades we didn't get in on. That one did go to target. Our target line was up here. The lion is stalking the live cattle. That's a great picture, isn't it? I never thought about that. 'Cause we got live cattle, we got feeder cattle, and we have lean hogs. All of them. All right, well, that's going to be a nice setup. We're going to have a sell signal here, and that's going to be a sweet one. Gold is at 33.26. When I was a kid, 12-year-old, I remember gold hit $800, 850. That was a crazy time in it's when I got first interested in trading, actually, way back then. It was like, whoa. If you think about it, I think it was in 71. Gold was still set at a fixed dollar value, if I'm not mistaken. To have it go up to 850 bucks is like 30x of what it was pegged to. All right, let's see if we can connect our. And I gotta work with my Schwab data feed. It needs a authentication frequently. Yeah, guys, live cattle got away from us too, but it wasn't technically a buy signal because it just missed that one bar. It was a little too quick. So let's cancel that one. I'm gonna look for. Why don't we switch this over? Take a look at. This is feeder cattle. So we have a similar situation here in feeder cattle. All right, lean hogs is oversold down here. This would have been a buy signal, but I probably wouldn't have taken it since it's so close to the 100. Let's take a look at copper. Oh, copper, we had a trader 2 here for us. Here's a buy trade here. These are all long trades. They were all winners. We went oversold again. Here's another buy signal. We went and hit target there. We're not overbought or oversold yet. Let's just do a quick look at silver. All right, well, silver would not have been a good market today. We went sold it here. The target was there, but I do like to trail the stop. Once we're in a bar completely prints below a short entry price, I move the stop to break even. So this one would have been a break even trade. And I want to take a look. We also take a look at some of the agricultural products. We have a tendency to be down. This is a potential buy signal. Risk, could afford 2 contracts on that one. All right, where are we at on there? Equities. Getting ready for another buy. Again, first step is to get overbought, oversold. And look at that. We do have a short setup in gold, so we are moving up here. We can afford 4 contracts. Let's do 3 in gold. So we do have a short entry price in gold at 3323.2. Tendency is still down, which gives us some courage to go short. All right, so we are short in gold. It's a buy limit. Buy limit here and a buy stop there. Now we just got to wait for our target to get calculated. It'll be another minute or two, not another couple seconds. Actually go up there. There's our target. We're going to go right to our target, a little bit, maybe a little bit shy of it. We're going to scalp, and our reward is going to be around $100 on 3 trades, 3 contracts. Hmm. All right. Now, one of my rules is it's got to go my way right away, or else I kick it to the highway. But we need to break new ground here, otherwise I'm not interested. There's a classic fake out signal here. We tipped our toe in the low, and buyers are coming in, so I'm not afraid to jump out early. Because you can always get back in if price goes in your direction. Like buyers can't push above that high here at 33.26, so that's good. Hmm. And it can't push below that low, so short gold 33.23.2. 9:51 in the morning. I'd like to get this trade done before the 10 o'clock news announcement. All right. If anyone's here, feel free to chime in. Just drop a comment in our chat box. Hello, is anybody out there? Not if you can hear me. Is there anybody home? I think it was David Bowie, wasn't it? We like this gold to go down. We'd like you to go down. You're too expensive. All right. Hmm. Gold can be jittery. It doesn't really have a strong commitment. It can go back and forth. Okay, that's looking good. Looking good-ish. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit halfway there. Again, we're going to get about 100 out of this if we can hit our target. And we're only risking, what, 225-ish. Something like that. So again, our tendency is to be down, but you can also see that it's reducing its tendency. It's going up toward the positive. So it's something to keep in mind. You know, this trend tendency doesn't last forever. It oscillates. But my point is we're not on the front side of that tendency. We're on the back side of it. It's being reduced. All right. All right. Well, we got out, guys, with a win. We got a winner. Let's mark it on our P&L chart. I have a cool tool, guys, I'll make available to you for free. It's my little auto summarize P&L. I just think it's great, guys, but you tell me. And what you do is you draw a ruler on the chart and you set the color to this green color, whatever color you can choose. It's an indicator setting. And it automatically summarizes the 37 tick here, shows up in your number. Now that's not authoritative. Obviously, slippage is a consideration, things like that. 36 tick. And there we go. We got a winner. Anyone have questions on how that all worked out? Oh, we got a setup in a micro NASDAQ. See if the buyers or sellers are tired of kicking the NASDAQ around. Definitely a signal in the YM as well. Hmm. Let's see here. MCL is taking a nosedive. Under $60 gold crude. Hmm. Tendency has been down. All right, guys. So happy to report we have a winner. And gold continues to go south. Hmm. Next target for gold, if you're still short, is the 100. If you don't want to go all the way to the 100, uh, you could consider doing a 100% extension, which is right where we're at right now. So the 100 line is down here. We got out at 68. Actually, that's where we were at. So we were below the 100. But I'm scalping today, feeling kind of conservative. So we got out at 62%. So our reward to risk is, 6 to 10. So it's, 61 to 10, 61 to 100. Um, our reward is 61% of the full risk. Now, if you, a good trader is hitting about 40% win rate. And if you do that based on our 61 to 100, you're profitable. And that's what we want to do. That's what we want, isn't it? And the Lion system being a scalping system, we're hitting 50 to 60% wins. And that makes it super profitable. Super profitable. All right, well, live cattle after hitting the 100 and retreated. We're oversold now. It's hard to see it, but that's the channel line there. Ah, that 100 definitely is interesting level. Crude is still going down. Wow, Bitcoin is taking a tumble. Almost 10 o'clock, so the news is going to hit us in a second or two. Again, the news is this personal income and outlays, and also pending home sales. Let's see how the NASDAQ responds to that. It's almost 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, everybody, 10 o'clock. The news is out. If we do buy at this level, we're going to do just one contract because the risk is 220 bucks. Manage your risk. That's the goal. This one is a 7 contract in the Russell. That's interesting. YM has a risk of 2 contracts. Maybe you can go 3. It's just a little bit above 300 in risk. Let's see what Russell 2000 is doing. Gold retraced up to that level and is selling off again. We're oversold in live cattle, but there is no signal. I don't want to buy above the 100. So let's go and check out where is the ags. Well, we actually do have a long signal here. We went long in the bean oil. I'm going to do a 2 contract let's do a 1 contract long, so it's even less risk. All right, so we're filled in bean oil. All right, stop and target is in. Target is going to get adjusted once we actually hit that level. I'll go ahead and do an advance. That is right where we want to be. So we are long in soybean oil. Tendency is negative, so I'm not too impressed with that. However, we are coming near the rounding and the reversal of that. You see that? We're getting less further, we're going to be reducing our distance of the 100 shortly, and that's a helpful thing to go long. Again, tendency is just what it is. It's a tendency. It's not authoritative, the solution to all your problems. If you're interested in the Lion method and want to participate on your own, I do sell indicators, the Leto channels and extension 62. Visit my store. I have the URL up here on my chart top right, store.spgtradingcorp.com. And very unique offer for you. It is a 12-month 100% satisfaction guarantee offer. Yeah, that's right. Very rarely. I don't think I've ever heard of a indicator provider that gives a 100% money back guarantee. But yeah, we do offer that. If you're not satisfied for any reason after you've used it for a year, 12 months, let me know and you'll get your money back. I want you happy. Like soybean oil might be giving us trouble. That's all right. I did a small risk. And looks like we're not done with it yet. All right, where are we at with our equities still? A little bit of a Debbie Downer on equities. Gold did hit its 100 period MA. Happy for you, gold. You hit whatever you want to hit. Look at this one, all y'all. Look at that one. All right. So I'm going to stick conservatively. This is a 1 contract trade. Let's go and do a buy stop market at that entry dot. Go along there. Potential long in our Russell trade here. Well, we might get a buy dot in the YM. If we do go long 2 contracts, now we do 4 in the YM. So the risk down to here is 8. We can do a contract trade. I'm gonna do a buy stop of 4 in the YM. We've still got that guy hanging out there in NASDAQ land. Our soybean oil showing a little bit of, I'm going to call it a little bit of strength. Not super happy with it. Like I say, I like it to go my way right away. But I would very small on the risk. So I'm going to let it play out. Equities are still going down. Russell is back into oversold. Natural gas is oversold. But since this dot is still up near the 100, I don't like that level. I want to get some distance between the entry price and the 100. All right, well, we're getting near our entry in the micro YM and the micro NASDAQ. We're going to get filled long 4 on him. So let's put our order in here. Let's do our sell stop here and our sell limit up there. Oh, I don't know why that got filled way up there, but you see, we actually got filled right here. So that's just a weirdness. My data feed is a little weird. We will take our exit though. So we went long here on, what are we at? 1 contract. Hmm. Yeah, so we got filled way up here, but this is a sim account right now. That's why sim data is a little weird in the NASDAQ. All right, that one. Well, we might get stopped out in soybean oil, but we'll see. And maybe the equities aren't ready to go long yet. I have hope. Shooting for that as target. We got our targets in, we got our stops in. Everything's good. Remember a song from the 80s when I was in college? Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Again, we didn't get filled up here, folks. We got filled down here. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-da-da. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. So the minute this bar closes above the entry, I will be moving my stop up to break even. So the bar, full bar closes above the entry. That is my signal to go to break even. Looking good still. Waiting for that bar to close. Doo 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 doo. La da 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 da. Man, a long minute. It's a long minute. Hmm. Let's move it. Just the other side of that swing. All right, now we can move it up. All right. Good news, folks. We're hitting. Oh, come on now. Don't do one of them to me. We're getting near that target. Getting near that target. And you know what? If it comes back on me, it comes back on. I'm plus a couple ticks. Four, 3 ticks. Yay! Got another winner. Got another winner. I'm gonna do my patented move here. We got our tick there. Guys, look at that. Huh? Am I good or am I lucky? Maybe a little bit of both. All right, so let's move a. This is a sell limit one, and now we're above that, so I'm gonna do a sell stop market. So we're break even, plus a little bit on that trade because this bar closed completely above the high entry price. And we're not out of the ZL. We are not out of the ZL. Tell you what I will do though. I'm going to move that to the 100. I'm going to move it down to the 100. I'm not going to be a hero. Where were you? There you are. Okay, so I don't like that I have to go through the 100 to get to my target. I'm not happy about that, but I will do it. So we got two winners. What could be better on this April 30th? What could be better on April 30th, 2025? Look at that. See? All those traders out there saying, oh, the 100 period moving average on a minute. That's where the NASDAQ needs to stop. Wouldn't it be funny if that was true? Everybody's out there watching that 100 period moving average on the 1 minute chart. Okay, well, this could be a HR trade. Home run for the Lion. We already hit our target on there. 6E is just doing nothing today. And ZL, we're still in it to win it. Crude coming back up to that level, but again, I really wouldn't go long there. Why is this thing so sleepy? Crude is waiting for the petroleum report, no doubt. All right. Well, see, the 100 is still messing with us on this NASDAQ trade. It's a little bit more into the money. So gold went down to the 100. It went to the 100 and has found support. Oh, don't have equities turned down. Don't have equities turned down. I gotta fix that on our connection. Hey, if you just joined us, feel free to say hello. Love to hear from you. NASDAQ hit the 100. Bean oil is finding a bottom. All right, 100 is moving down a little bit. Let's go to a target that's much reduced. YM, our winning trade today. NASDAQ, are you going to do that to me? I think it is. I think it is. Oh, all right, sparking some life. Now, this is a classic trend trade. Dare we shoot for it? Dare we? Dare we shoot for this trend? Trend is downward now, but it's going to the upside. Here is an entry point above the 100. That's important. I go long when I'm above the 100. And our target is up here at the prior highs. It's interesting, right? Now, I would only risk two contracts on that, and probably I could risk four, but I don't like trend trades. This market could easily, gold can easily go to sleep mode. It's 1019, could easily go into sleep mode, and then it's just going to waffle around here. So instead of four, let's do two. So we're long two in gold. All right, gonna put my target there, sell limit there, and I'm gonna put it on a really close sell stop loss right there at 33.15. So reward to risk is a little bit positive now. So all right, well that doesn't look too bad. Nasdaq is moved toward our target. Well, I kept that. This is where we entered, so I'll keep that. I'm gonna move my stop up to that swing low. Why not? Gold is not doing too bad, not doing too bad at all. Now this again is a trend trade. I'm a little speculative when I do trend trades. It is a speculative adventure. Hmm, bean oil is languishing. I got a languishing trade in beans. Oil of the bean. Oh, NASDAQ, I like you. You're looking sweet. If anybody's trading other instruments, let me know. I can pull them up for you. Okay, gold. Yeah, that's pretty. Pretty good move. Now, once this trade, this bar closes, and we're still fully above the entry price, I will move that up. Oh, yes. Mark my words. Bean oil is getting back to our entry price. Coming close. Not there yet. A couple ticks away, but Let's see. Oh, no, well, that one just above the entry. You tempting me. Your little temptress. I'm not going to move it up yet. Not going to move the stop up yet. So let's hold on. Gold does its little erratic temperamentalness. Trend trades are not my favorite. I know, isn't that crazy? You guys trend traders or are you oscillator, not oscillating, but reverting? They say the market is trending only 20% of the time and oscillating or reverting 80% of the time. So maybe it does make sense to not trend trade. Guess it depends how long your trend is, right? That's a fair point. That's a fair point. 1023, see how shaky crude oil is. We do have a buy setup here. We went oversold. That's our first criteria. And now we have a buy signal in nat gas. So this is a full-size nat gas contract. So we can risk one. Let's do that. We're going to do a buy stop market of one right at that level. Gold is looking okay. All right, if you close it up, there it is. I'm doing it. I'm moving my stop loss to a little bit inside. So we're in profit in gold, guys. Almost at target, and we are at target in the NQ. We did a winner in NASDAQ. We did a winner in, we're hitting them all today. YM, NASDAQ, gold is looking pretty good. We'll see. Gold can do weird things. Since it's a trend trade, I'm going to go ahead and exit out. Let's exit out one contract. Let's do a partial. Let's do a partial. One more little flick, and we have a exit there for, I don't know, maybe it can't hit it. Look at this. Look at bean oil coming back. Okay, so we hit our first, oh, we got stopped out in gold. We didn't hit our first, we got our stop. Well, that's very rude. We only got a little bit. Okay, well, it didn't work out. Gas, we got a fill on gas. Look at that, all y'all. Oh, we're at target already. That guy moved quick. Well, not at target yet. Let's go up here. The stop will be all the way down here. Gonna have to cancel this once we get bean oil is plus $24 on one contract. Tell you what, I'm gonna move it to this side. If you don't mind, moves. $10.26. All right, that's looking good. Get on up there now. Come on. It hit it. Another win. Good guys. I'm a good guy. I am, honestly. All right. That one took just a few seconds. Lion Method got us a $90 win in Nat Gas. Scalp Town, USA. All right, that's good. NASDAQ hit good. Gold, you upset me, gold. You upset me. And should have got out at that target. Let's move this. We're tightening things up, guys. I missed my break-even trade. You see that? I blew it. I missed it. I was busy with other things. Too many things going on. This should really have been a break-even trade once this bar closed completely above the level, and I missed it. So I'll tell you what, in fairness, I'm going to move my target to break even because this really should have been a break-even trade. We should have been out already. Well, hold on. Oh boy. Guys, it's been a great morning. Who's having fun? Nat gas. When it moves, it moves. All right, 1028. Petroleum is up next. 1030, 1029. I don't really have any setups here. I mean, the long was here, and we would have gotten out without any heat, really. Happy that I moved my stop up to break even, plus some in gold. NASDAQ coming back. Oh, we got filled on something. Okay, so we're out of break even. We're at a break even trade. And soybean oil. What is going on in live cattle? Let's find out. Oh, that would have been a good long, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. It's not a dot, but it would have been a beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. You see that, everybody? So technically our target would have been here. 61.8 level. Definitely hit that. Right there to right there, the target. That would have been a $60 scalp. But we won't count it. I'm not here looking for no trouble. All right, 1030. Petroleum news is out. Man, we crushed it today. And we're just trading small size. Hmm, We're up 300 some dollars. Doing little trades, little trades. Again, high win rate. One of the killers of trading is a low win rate. Oh man, there's nothing like just losing more often than you win. That really is not fun. So you don't want to do that. You want a situation, a strategy that has a higher win rate. Emotionally, you'll be wrecked if you don't do that. Hmm. Well, it's 10:30, guys. I'm pretty well done. I think we had a good round of trading. Hmm. Do you agree or disagree? Please comment below and subscribe to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, because I live in a social media world. The YM is continued to go north, having even hit our second entry target there, so that's great. Same with almost with the M2K. Gold could have been somebody. Could have been somebody. But we're still up about $300, and that's on small risk. So we risked only 300 and we gained 300. So that's 100% on risk, 100% reward. Return, I guess I should say. It's a return on risk. Let me connect to, yeah, why not? Let's configure that. Get my, capitalize it. And we'll just see what the equities did. Really, that has to do that. Can't do equities right now. All right, we're oversold in gold. 1030, how did crude survive? So we're up $300. We missed this crude trade. We missed this crude trade, which was a winner. We missed a couple trades. This would have been a good trend trade going south, although it's pretty low. Oh yeah, one of my favorite trades. The natural gas. Look at that. Hit the 100, found resistance at the 100. Crude is still there. 60 NASDAQ. MYM, M2K. So gold is the only one that's got some interest right now. Okay, live capital. Let's continue looking at what did the ZL do? Well, looky there, shucky darn. We did hit target in the ZL. I was a little too premature. Well, my rule is to move break even once we do our full bar in profit. Okay, SI. The only possible, well, I wouldn't have gone long here. This was a good short. This was a loser unless your stop was up here on this short. You do hit target right here, and that's a massive silver trade. So you would have gone short here, and your target was, roughly here. It's a $450 trade. If you would have gone short here, you would have hit target right away. Your stop would have been, roughly in that area. The next trade is right here, right? So we go short there, you put your stop up here, target. So 3 winners in silver. Three winners in silver. What have you done for me lately, though? That's potential short. The tendency was going up. That really would have discouraged me. Well, actually, no. Let's go back. I'm sorry. Didn't get overbought. This isn't a valid trade here. We are oversold here. Could have been an interesting setup at that high. come back and move up, but I'm not going to call that. All right, crude is going down a little bit, nat gas. I don't think there was any other trade in nat gas today. Yeah, that is a valid trade. Overbought, hit that guy. So we're at $300 in profit, and we actually had more trades to trade. We didn't hit a loser today. No losers. So I'm happy. Hope you did good in your trading. Follow along with me, hopefully. If not, let me know if you have any questions. Or if you really don't like me with clicking through all the charts so quickly, I know that could be a little frustrating, but I do want to just scan the markets that are not moving. You know, we want to look for something that's acting. It could be probably drive you crazy if you see me flipping through all these charts. Wonder how many buttons I've clicked. This is a potential short, really good one in high grade copper. Be a good short. Let's go. We didn't look at. This is lean hogs. Good setup here. The entry is a little close to 100, so it's a little riskier for me. But if you did take it, you got to win. Man, I'm having trouble keeping track of all the wins here. There's a winner. Well, not winner yet, but we're long in feeder cattle. We're in profit, at least. If you're long, you're in profit of 125 bucks in the cattle. And moving to more profit. Your target in feeder cattle is 350. Man, that's a good trade. I'm not finding many losers. Wait, pull up. I don't like trading the interest products. They can get a little weird. Although, back at that news release at 8:30, we had a real overzealous move downward. So these longs are winners. We are oversold right now. We would potentially buy at that price, but near the 100. So I don't like, again, I don't like going in a trade near the 100. We need space. We need space. If there was a signal down here, yeah, that's what I would want it to do. But futures look here. Don't look at heating oil too often. I had a really good system for heating oil. There's a winner. We won that guy. Winner right here. Heating oil spread could get crazy and jumpy. And even worse than heating oil is our Bob gasoline. Just touched oversold. Go long here. Stop of, I mean, the stop here is 168 bucks. Maybe, stop of 264. Probably that's what my stop was, but we hit target right away. Not right away. My bad. It took us 6 minutes. Would have been a 6 minute trade in gasoline. Oversold. We had a winner. Ooh, I like that. 10:30 news came out. Of course, slippage is not being considered. I don't know what slippage would be. Goodness, it could be huge in those instruments. Oh, you know what? 6J has some good moves. So, strictly speaking, this is a short signal. Got a couple ticks. Hit target right at the 100 and was respected. Would have been a good short. Another overbought area goes short here, and we do hit it right there. That's that level. So, winners. Everybody's got a winner. Let's look at platinum. Another real jumpy market. Kind of thin. Oversold. Almost at target. Almost at target. Oversold. Buy here. Put a stop down probably here. What is that distance? That is a $150 stop. You do not want to have a tight stop in platinum because the gap, the spread can really knock you out. So that's a healthy size, $150, and we're almost at target. I would, if you're long platinum, I'd get out right here at the 100. So you get a little bit. Here's some trend trades if you're a bold trader. You would, I mean, this could be a trend trade, but it's so small. You could trend trade here, you could trend trade there. And the reason why I say that is we're below the 100, and we have a tendency to be continually below the 100. So our future prediction is below. Those are all winners. Man, I'm getting tired of saying the word winner. We didn't look at soybeans. They're the winner. Going long near the 100 is something to consider, though. No, we're not overbought. You could have gone short here. Had you done that, you did get stopped out. Well, no, you're not stopped out yet. Your stop is there. You got short here, immediately rejected. But I don't like going short near the 100, like that. Guys, I've talked a lot, so chime in. And I think we're going to wrap it up for today. You know what? You have been awesome. I really appreciate you all, and thank you for watching my channel. And any questions, leave them below. Send me an email, visit my store, and I think my email is on the store too, so you can email me from there. Leave a comment, like my channel, subscribe to my channel. We're going to be back tomorrow trading more. Lord willing, everything will work out like it did today. We have some really good trades.